Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. This is Attorney Claudine Gasana. Right now I am at USCIS in the parking lot. I'm waiting to go in for an interview. I have 2 interviews to attend to for my clients. The citizenship interview with N648, which is the medical exemption application. Anyway, I'm jumping on here to tell you a little bit about the new trends that we are seeing. Since I'm now talking about interviews, or I'm attending interviews, I just want to let you know that the Houston field office, USCIS field office, the parking lot is full. I haven't seen this in so many years, since COVID. Really, I haven't seen this parking lot full since before COVID. Right now, I'm actually parked outside of the compound, like outside of the building of USCIS. I'm parked across the street, before in front of another building. That shows you how full the place is. This brings me to tell you one trend that I have realized. So we filed an adjustment of status in February. So I am in Houston, so we are used for marriage petition and adjustment of status interviews to be scheduled way after months and months of fighting. We are used on long wait times. Now we filed in February, and this week I received an interview notice that the interview is scheduled in June. That means an adjustment of status based on marriage filed in February of this year has an interview scheduled in June of this year. So only 4 months wait. That is, we are not used to that. So I don't know if it's going to be a new thing. So far, only one case, but I have a few other, more other cases to file, and I will see if that's going to be a trend. That would be a good thing, because then we have to see, okay, do we also need to file for work permit, or do we need to file for advanced parole? Because if you know, the filing fees have increased for those applications. So one other trend regarding interview is the asylum interviews. They are being scheduled now. They are scheduling old cases. So next week I have an asylum interview for a case filed in 2016. Then the week after I have an asylum interview for a case also filed in 2016. So they are really now starting to schedule those old pending asylum cases. So if you have an asylum case you filed with the USCIS, and it's been pending for almost 10 years, 9 years, 8 years, probably you need to get ready that you may be scheduled soon for an interview. So this is good news, right? So we always talk about bad news in this when it comes to this administration and immigration law, but this is good news if they are going to schedule interviews, marriage petitions quicker, and they are going to keep scheduling the citizenship interviews quicker, and they are now working on old asylum cases that have been pending for a while. So this is going to be a good news, right? So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you today. As far as what's going on in the immigration world, also touching on interviews, some people who are being scheduled for a citizenship interview, they sometimes get arrested and detained on the day they are scheduled for an interview. I haven't seen anything happen to any of my cases, but what I'm thinking about is if I can think of a few scenarios. If you have a criminal record and you apply for citizenship, and you didn't remember you had a criminal record, and you don't consult an attorney to see if, okay, is this a deportable offense, is this would this affect my good moral character, is this within the statutory period? If it's not within the statutory period, is it still going to affect my immigration status? Probably you shouldn't apply for citizenship yet. You should just consult an attorney. So I think people with criminal records, because when you renew your green card, really, they don't review your criminal record. They, I-90, to renew your green card, it doesn't really go in deep into your criminal record. But however, when you fight for your citizenship, they have to go back and look, review your entire immigration history. And another reason why they may detain you on your citizenship application interview will be if they go back and review your file and they find you might have given misleading, misrepresentation, or fraudulent information. So they may detain you and then place you in removal proceedings, which they typically shouldn't do that, but they can if they want to. So those are the scenarios where I can think that someone will be arrested during an interview, like a citizenship interview, or if you are coming back from your trip abroad and you have a criminal record, they are definitely they are detaining those individuals. And it seems to, no matter how little or how petty or minor the offense is, and they may detain you, and maybe you file for a bond, but then still you have that happen to you. Nobody wants to be detained, right? Nobody wants to be arrested and detained. Or another case scenario is if you do have a warrant for your arrest, if you have an arrest warrant, if you have unpaid child support, if you have an order of removal, because some people do have order of removal, they don't know. So those are the scenarios where they can arrest you if you are here, even with a green card or even with a pending application. So yeah, those are the details I wanted to let you know. So I mean, I've been very busy. Hopefully I will get time to go back. There are cases that are pending. There are some TPS, some parole that were granted, parole status that was granted to individuals from different countries, including Afghanistan, Ukraine. There are some TPS from different countries, Haiti, Cameroon. They haven't touched Cameroon, but I think they will touch it because it's about to expire in June. However, I think also there are a few lawsuits pending, which means that there is a temporary restraining order on terminating some of those programs. So, and there's also some news. Most of you heard that this administration wants to have access to IRS, to have access to IRS files from undocumented immigrants. So last time I checked, an appeals court has granted that request. So those are developments we are following. However, today I just wanted to let you know about these new trends about interview scheduling for adjustment of status, asylum cases that have been pending for a while, and also the citizenship interviews where some people could be arrested or detained. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. Bye.